Yeah, that's a lot of transfer stories coming up. Man City, Lionel Messi, will he move? Well, that's a million-dollar question. And joining us all the way from England to discuss this transfer details and Manchester City's performance yesterday is a coach with the Kent FA. Toby Ulubi, the one we call the Gafag. Glad to have you join us, Toby.
Good morning, Solomon. It's always good to be on your show.
Well, the last time you weren't certain that that Neymar will make that move to PSG. It wasn't something you expected. Now Lionel Messi is there again, another set of negotiation going on. Will Messi leave Catalonia?
Well, it's just to show you the craziness in the football world. These days, anything is possible as long as there's money, and as long as the oil money is involved. Man City are also backed by the Qatar owners, and they can do it. Everyone is inspired by Neymar's move to PSG. As long as the player is interested, and the club that wants to buy him can afford his transfer release clause in cash, and obviously it can go through. I think Messi's release clause is on £300 million. It's just twice what PSG paid for Neymar. If the Qatar owners of Manchester City can afford that, and Messi says he's interested, he wants to leave, then the deal will go through. But if Messi want to leave Barcelona after everything they've done for him, he's been there since the age of 13. I think that is the big ask, but I still don't think it will go through. But I've been proved wrong before.
You said that the last time in Neymar's case, but there is always this overlap and this miscarriage here. Whereas PSG is backed by Qatar, Manchester City is backed by Abu Dhabi, well, both of them within the Gulf region, and sovereign wealth funds is involved in this. But then, is it enough that you meet the buyout clause and then you actually buy a player, even if you meet the buyout clause? What if Barcelona decides to hold out and say, no, we're not going to let this happen?
No, all you need is the interest of the player. The moment the player says he wants to move and you can afford this buyout clause in cash, then the club has to accept. That's why the release clause is set there. It is usually set there to show that if they see the right funds, you have to let the player go. It's no longer in their power to reject. Unlike the case of Alexis Sanchez at Arsenal, a couple of bids have been made, but as Wenger said, he won't let him go. But if there was a release clause for Alexis Sanchez and the club can meet that release clause, then the club has to accept and he has to go. That in Spain, it is one of their vital transfer policies. It is it's mandatory that every player must have a transfer release clause in Spain. And if a club comes in, the player is interested in going to that club, and the club can meet his transfer release clause, then the club has to accept and has to go.
Well, Manchester City have already spent more than £200 million this season. And then at home, at the Etihad, Everton forcing them to, well, they managed to secure a 1-1 draw against Everton, despite spending this amount of money. And then if they are going to spend another £300 million, does that guarantee them the title, having already spent over £200 million?
Well, Everton has always been their voodoo team. They've always struggled to beat Everton, even before the Pep Guardiola era. And to surprise you, as a funny stat, Everton is the only club that Guardiola has faced in his career 3 different times, and has failed to beat them once. It just shows Everton are not a pushover. And on the issue of them being title favourites, it's obvious after spending 200 million on players, they are obvious favourites up there. You can't list top 3 or top 2 clubs in Premier League right now who you feel would win the league this season. And you mentioned Man City. So if they now add someone like Lionel Messi, £300 million, FIFA Ballon d'Or, 5,000 winner to the squad, it will also obviously tilt the pendulum towards their side, and they would blow teams away. So I feel they really stand a huge chance they can bring in Lionel Messi. But if the deal will go through, only time will tell, because it's a crazy transfer market now. It's the football world now. The monies are flying everywhere, and in a few weeks we're going to see Lionel Messi in the English Premier League.
Well, the word you have used there is crazy, with sovereign wealth fund. And, well, that's all of sports at this time. Thank you so much, Toby Ulubi, for giving us an insight to the transfer market and the performance of Manchester City last night. Well, Mike and Azizat, we'll take it up from there.